Hey everybody, I had a video up by the same name. Sometimes you just need to hug a chicken. But for some reason, when I stabilized it on YouTube, my video pad editor was not working right. And it made it really grainy when I tried to turn it to AVI file. And then when I thought I would go ahead and upload it in its regular format to YouTube and use the YouTube stabilizer. However, when it stabilized it, it cut off 5 of the 6-minute video. So I didn't realize that when I published it, and because I just looked at the quality of it, it looked okay, so I published it, and then I realized it was missing 5 minutes of the video. Is that not the dumbest thing ever? Well, anyway, it's been a trying time. You know, homesteading can be rewarding, but there's some days you just want to throw in a towel. And sometimes I just have to grab my sweetest chicken and go hug her. And it's a lot of things. The chickens themselves sometimes are a part of the problem. I've had several issues lately. I've got a couple girls in such a hard molt they look like plucked chickens on a table. And they're doing okay otherwise. It's just we're gonna kind of going into a cold spell here, and they're gonna be pretty darn cold at night. I've got a hen. She was only a year and a half old. One of my Brahma hens I found her. She was acting a little lethargic, but usually when they're in their first big molt, they kind of act kind of off. Sometimes they act like they don't feel well. I didn't pay attention to her for a day or two. Then I went and picked her up, and her crop was big and hard, and I thought, what is going on with you? And it's really not any long grass to eat or anything, so I thought, I don't know what happened. So we started the usual chicken massage and all that stuff, and after a couple days, it was not hard anymore. It was pliable, but it was doughy, and she started to have a sour smell, so I started on that. Got the sour smell gone, but she's still got this big dough ball, and she's lost such a large amount of weight, I'm afraid I'm going to lose her. I've tried everything everybody recommends under the sun, and it's just not, her crop is not functioning for some reason. So I'm going to lose one of my only 2 blue partridge Brahma hens, I'm afraid, and she's just barely a year and a half old. So, you know, there's all that. And then there's the challenges of homesteading when one partner is semi-disabled. My husband has degenerative disc disease, and, you know, he's in extreme pain. Well, if you've ever lived with someone with chronic pain, they have a really hard time keeping an even keel, an even mood. And thank God he's not a veteran with PTSD or anything of that sort, but he has a really hard time, and he can become semi-depressed, and this just anybody with chronic pain would. And I'm a few years younger, about 4 years younger, and I don't have chronic back issues. I do have some pain here and there, because of broken bones, and I've got osteopenia, so I've got some pain here and there, but nothing what you'd call chronic. So you got 2 human beings married almost 42 years, and if you were just alike, one of you'd be unnecessary, right? So we're not exactly alike anyway, but some we have periods where it's very trying. He's in a lot of pain. He has headaches. He's got this wrong and that wrong. And, then there's projects on the homestead that because of those same issues, they either are deferred, or they're not started, or they're started and not finished. And yes, I can do a lot of stuff around here, but there's some things that are just rather difficult with one person. And actually kind of dangerous with one person sometimes. So there's I've got I told you I was haunted by visions of perfect order. Well, that's another thing that's not perfect. And I call myself a recovering perfectionist. Well, you can't be a perfectionist and live on a farm. It's just not going to work out. Those 2 things are really not compatible. But, it is good therapy to hug a chicken Even when some of them are causing you problems, they're the other ones that just all they want to do is be held. And you know, it's hug a chicken time around here. I gotta say, I'm trying to get back into winter hobbies, quilting and doing some crochet work. Trying to make some throws for some people, and just something to keep my mind occupied and my hands occupied. And that's one thing that helps me keep my sanity, even when things are not looking so rosy out here. Um, so, you know, it's nothing major. It's little irritations of life. But honestly, chickens are great therapy animals, I got to say, especially some of the ones I've got. One of my Belgian Danver hens is nicknamed Pocket Penny. Penny loves nothing more than for you to hold her under your chin, carry her everywhere you go. She doesn't make a sound. That little girl, she is not a chicken. She loves to be held. I think I'm going to have to go pick up Penny. Um, but, you know, homesteading can be rewarding, but it can also be frustrating and especially difficult at times because of uh, advancing age. We're in our 60s now. My husband is about to turn 65. And also infirmities, injuries that become arthritic joints later. Just, you know, just a myriad of things can go wrong. But it's a beautiful fall sunny day, and I'm hoping I'll be able to save my Brahma hen. I also have a hen who I mentioned, Lizzie, with her leg injury. She's a lot better, but she cannot be with other hens. She can't be fighting. She certainly can't have a rooster jump her bones. So it's just one of those times when you really need to have some kind of emotional outlet that is not your partner. I have no friends in this vicinity. I have no friends in this area. I've lived here 15 and a half years. Most everybody in this neighborhood are older than I am, from a different part of the country than I am, extremely different. Most of my friends are on the chicken farm I belong to, and of course they're spread all over the country, from New York to Michigan to California. So anyway, get an emotional outlet. If you don't have a hobby, pick one to learn. Pick one that doesn't require a lot of expensive accoutrements like crochet, or we make nifty hats and cowls and scarves and afghans to cozy up with if you're in a winter climate. You can learn to quilt too. It takes a little bit more equipment, and it's not quite as portable at times, but get you something to do. And if you don't have chickens, you really need to get a huggable breed of chicken, I gotta say. And with that, we're going to close off with poor Zara, who is my plucked chicken right now. Bless her ever-loving heart. Ah, that chicken. She looks like she's ready to be eaten at the dinner table, don't she? Well, I will talk to you guys later. It's really kind of a rambling nothing video, but it's just been kind of a rough few weeks. And the holiday season for my husband is very upsetting. It's just not really the best time. We don't really participate in the holidays. There's reasons we don't, and I'm not going to go into them here, but that makes it rough because other people look at you funny. And so we kind of want to hibernate from October 30th all the way through January 2nd. So I guess I need to just go into hibernation and start making a few things. Anyway, you guys have a great fall day, and I will talk to you later. God bless you.